Hello and welcome everyone to another little Northgard video on this channel. This video is going to be about what is more worth. Is it more worth to build a silo in the early game like I tend to do, or is it more worth to actually save the wood, maybe build a farm later on and get a better food resource out of there? So I'm just gonna drop in and we're gonna discuss the basic things like the basic food collection rate of a farmer is around 5 food. We see it right here. We have plus 10 from farmers, we just have those two. So everyone is getting 5 food. The normal collection rate of a villager in the summer is also, it's plus 4. So for every villager that is collecting food, you will get plus 4 food in the summer. In the winter it drops by 30%. What happens to be on the farmers that they just get plus 3 and the villagers get plus 3 too. So in the winter it's actually the same collection rate of farmers and villagers, but that is just about because the farmer is on the edge, just on the edge. So if you upgrade the camp, the drop rate in the winter won't be that significant like right now. That's at least what I attempt to see there. But now we're just gonna build... we're just gonna upgrade the farms before. Now we see that the farmers got both plus 1, so they get plus 12 altogether. We can get it to plus 18 because we can garrison the third farmer in there. So that will give us plus 18, but we also just invested the 80 wood for the building of the field, and now with carpentry mastery, I will always assume that you went for carpentry mastery, but because it's not so useful to upgrade so much buildings without it. But I will just assume you went for it, so you just spent 150 wood and 7 stone on this field to get a plus 1 on your farmers. So basically you're getting plus 6 on every farmer, 3 farmers. That's actually a pretty good rate. You also still have the plus 4 right here, but we can build the silo in this area. And actually we will start to build the silo in this area too, because building silos takes a little time. That can be a little dead time here. But we're just gonna talk about how much the field will cost you in the early game. Because in the 80 wood won't bring you that far in my eyes. That is why I always built the silo before, because the boost to your early game economy is really that big. So you get a lot out of it, because you have so many villagers that can gather food from all around, and you'll get a 10% bonus on it. So your villagers that are collecting 4 food are now collecting around 4.5-ish food, around that area. And so you'll get a nice little food bonus out of it, but you can't rise them that high. Just gonna look at the farm with the silo in it, and we'll now have plus 20. So let's say around the 6.7 mark, maybe even higher. That's pretty good. I guess 6.6 is the number to go for the 10% bonus. That's pretty good. And if we now just upgrade our both silos, we can see the full collection rate you can get out of it. And for the farmers we have here 22. What isn't that high? Well, yeah, that is that. It's high enough. It's really high. So 22, that will assume around over 7 production per farmer, like 7.5-ish. Let's say around that area. That's actually a pretty good production rate for just one villager. But you just spend around. Yeah, I just got that right here. We have the 330 wood and 14 stone for these both. So that is a pretty big investment. And you need the building spaces on the same tile too, so you gotta watch out for your build. Yeah. So, my all-around suggestion about this. I can't really say it, but I would say that the silo isn't a bad idea for the early game if you want to boost your economy really good. But I guess that in the late game, your villagers are getting really worthy, and you want to have for them the best production rate you can possibly have if you want to go for a big army or stuff, because your warriors won't pick any food or something. And if you don't want to turn them back into villagers, it would be a good idea to have a really good production rate on your side. But I can't really say at what point it will switch. I guess different tactics will have different build-ups. But from my side, I would actually say that I will go for farms more heavily than I have gone before. Because I didn't thought that spend so many wood and stone just to get 3 farmers out weren't worth it. But after this test, I would actually say that the production rate of the farmer gets insane. So you can either, if you have more farms, improve the tools of the farmers, what you can't do with the villagers. Like right here, I would have another field I could build another farm on. So I wouldn't actually consider this a bad idea to go for farms and stuff. At least in the little bit later stages of the game. I don't think that just building the farm right away will just be so good, because it drops so much in the winter. But I wanna hear your thoughts about that. Maybe you just think it's just right to build only fields and don't go for silos in like your main area for the start to get your early food economy boost. Maybe you think this is too much of a waste of wood. I would really like to hear your opinion about that. Maybe just write it down in the video, because I guess that's a question many players go about. I don't think that many, because many players will just build the buildings they will go for. I don't actually think that fishing is a good source of food, because villagers will get at the same rate, and you can, with switching your economy, just get an evenish rate to just have built a fisherman's hut. So I'm really not a fan of it. I will never get on it. The hunter's lodge, of course, it's just a field, what is a little bit cheaper. What will make the same tactic, same worth, just a little bit cheaper, so that will actually be very worthily. Yeah. So, let me hear your opinions about that little video. What do you think? What is the right food source? I would really like to hear your opinion. I just said that third time or something, but I really don't know what to think about this. I really get the one villager needs a really good collection rate thing, but if you go for a boom with many villagers and like over the top happiness, like not like I have right now, I would guess that silo can't be the worst decision to do. But time will tell that. The game is constantly changing, and I guess there will be many about it. Maybe this video will be outdated in some time, but I think just now it's just about the time. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you may just consider to leave a like or just follow this channel if you want to. Yeah, I hope to see you in the next video. I will try to upload some multiplayer stuff, so I'm just on it, but some games are just kind of boring and not really watchable, and I don't think they're really uploadable. But we will see that. I hope to see you in the next video, and I wish you a really nice day, and bye bye everyone, ciao!